Think the TSA PreCheck process is just a faster way through TSA airport security? Think again, because even with approval, you can still get flagged, delayed, or stuck in long lines, especially if you don't know the hidden rules. In this video, we're breaking down how the TSA PreCheck process really works in 2025, plus 7 insider tips that most travelers, and even some frequent flyers, miss. From TSA prohibited items, to the latest liquid and medication rules, to a little-known loophole that could actually skip PreCheck entirely. If you're a senior, a frequent flyer, or just tired of airport stress, these are the TSA tips that can save your trip before it even begins. Let's dive in. Secret number 1. The hidden eligibility loophole most travelers miss. Here's what the TSA doesn't advertise. You don't need to be just a US citizen to get PreCheck. Sure, they'll tell you about the citizen and permanent resident requirements, but there's a backdoor that savvy international travelers have been using for years. If you're Canadian, you can skip TSA PreCheck entirely and get something even better, Nexus. For just $50, compared to TSA PreCheck's $78 to $85, Nexus gives you all the same airport benefits, plus expedited border crossings between the US and Canada. The kicker? Nexus includes TSA PreCheck privileges automatically, but here's where it gets interesting. Nexus approval is actually faster than TSA PreCheck in many cases, despite being more comprehensive. Why? Fewer people know about this loophole, so processing times are shorter. Secret number 2. The enrollment center strategy that shaves off weeks. Want to know why some people wait months for their TSA PreCheck appointment while others get in within days? It's all about location strategy. Most people automatically choose the closest enrollment center, creating massive backlogs in major cities. Here's the insider move. Search for centers in smaller nearby towns, or even schedule your appointment during a business trip to a less congested area. I discovered this accidentally when I checked availability in a small town 45 minutes from my city. They had same-week appointments while my local center was booked solid for 2 months. The drive was worth avoiding the wait, and the smaller centers often provide more personalized service too. Pro tip: Telos centers are newer and typically less crowded than IDEMIA locations. Since they're actively expanding, they often have better availability and extended hours. Secret number 3. The boarding pass. Hack that never fails. Here's something that'll save you serious stress. Your TSA PreCheck status isn't guaranteed to appear on your boarding pass, even with a valid membership. But there's a foolproof system to fix this every single time. First, always check your boarding pass immediately after mobile check-in. Don't wait until you're at the airport. If the PreCheck logo is missing, here's your action plan. Log into the airline's website, find your reservation, and manually add your known traveler number, KTN, to your profile. But here's the secret most people don't know. If it's still not showing up, call the airline's customer service line and tell them you need to refresh your reservation in the system. This magic phrase triggers a system reset that usually fixes the problem instantly. Keep watching, because the next secret could save you from a travel disaster. Secret number 4. The airport limitation that can wreck your trip. This is the secret that TSA doesn't want you to discover. Not all airports are created equal when it comes to PreCheck, and some have hidden restrictions that could leave you stuck in regular security lines even with valid membership. While TSA claims PreCheck is available at 200+ airports, here's what they don't tell you. Many smaller airports only have PreCheck during peak hours, and some close their PreCheck lanes entirely during off-peak times or due to staffing shortages. Even worse, certain airports have conditional PreCheck, where the lanes operate based on passenger volume. I learned this the hard way during an early morning flight from a mid-sized airport, arriving expecting my usual quick security experience, only to find the PreCheck lane closed until 6 a.m. The insider move? Before booking flights through smaller airports, call ahead and confirm PreCheck availability during your travel times. This 30-second call can save you from missing flights due to unexpected security delays. Secret number 5. The family travel loophole that saves hundreds. Here's money-saving intelligence that families need to know. You don't need PreCheck for every family member to get the benefits. Children under 12 can accompany PreCheck holders through the expedited lines without their own membership. But here's the advanced strategy. If you're traveling with teenagers aged 13 to 17, there's still a way to get them through PreCheck lines. When one parent has PreCheck and is traveling with kids, TSA agents often use discretion to allow the entire family through together, especially during busy periods. The key is positioning. Approach the PreCheck line as a family unit, with the PreCheck holder presenting their boarding pass first. In my experience, this works about 70% of the time, saving families hundreds of dollars in additional memberships. Want another hack? If you have elderly parents or relatives who travel with you occasionally, getting them PreCheck might be worth it. They often qualify for additional assistance that can speed up the entire process. Secret number 6. The renewal mistake that leaves you, say, denied. Most PreCheck members make a critical mistake during renewal that can leave them without coverage for weeks or even months. Here's how to avoid this trap completely. The TSA tells you to renew 90 days before expiration, but here's what they don't emphasize. You can renew immediately after getting your first membership, and it simply extends your current end date. There's literally no downside to renewing early. But here's the real secret. Set up renewal reminders for 6 months before expiration, not 90 days. Why? If there are any issues with your renewal, name changes, address updates, background check delays, you'll have plenty of time to resolve them without losing PreCheck access. The online renewal process takes 5 minutes, but here's an insider tip. Do it on weekdays during business hours. Weekend and evening renewals sometimes get flagged for additional review simply due to automated security protocols. Secret number 7. The tech shift that might replace PreCheck. Here's the bombshell that could make TSA PreCheck obsolete sooner than you think. Airports worldwide are rapidly upgrading to advanced screening technology that eliminates the need for most PreCheck benefits. I experienced this firsthand at Cleveland's airport, where new CT scanners allowed all passengers to keep laptops, liquids, and electronics in their bags, essentially giving everyone PreCheck level convenience. These machines are rolling out across the US faster than most people realize. But here's what this means for your strategy. If you're considering PreCheck, get it now while it still provides significant advantages. As more airports upgrade their technology, the value proposition decreases, but early adopters will have locked in 5 years of benefits at current pricing. However, don't panic if you already have PreCheck. The program will likely evolve rather than disappear, possibly focusing more on dedicated lanes and other premium services as technology levels the playing field. The bottom line strategy. The TSA PreCheck process isn't just about shorter security lines. It's about peace of mind, predictability, and freedom from airport stress, especially for seniors and frequent flyers. If you fly more than 3 times a year, the time savings and reduced hassle more than pay for it. But remember, PreCheck only applies to US departures, so international travelers should still brush up on standard TSA rules for liquids, medications, food, and carry-on electronics. Final tip: your first few flights with PreCheck? Still arrive early, learn how it works at your airport before adjusting your routine. Now, have you used TSA PreCheck? What's the biggest frustration or surprise you've had with airport security? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone and may feature your story in the next video. And if you found this guide helpful, smash that like button, share it with a friend who always forgets their KTN, and hit subscribe for more secrets the travel industry doesn't want you to know. Safe travels, and remember, the best trips start before you board the plane.